Well, good evening and welcome to Real Sports Fans of the Pulpit, where we take men and women of the cloth and get them to prove their sports fandom. You all know how preachers are. We'll use sports analogies and the like in our preaching. I want to see if they're just using analogies or if they are real sports fans. And so this is presented by BDT Sports, and we're going to get right into it. We are excited. This is my friend and brother, and that's not church speak or preacher speak. This is my friend and brother, Bishop James Adams of the St. John Metropolitan Bible Church of Miami, Florida, the neighborhood of Overtown. Welcome, Bishop Adams.
God bless you, man of God. We're not doing church, man.
We're not doing church.
I'm so glad to be on your program on tonight. As I said, as we were in the studio, I said I've been waiting for this my entire life. So here we are.
Here we are. I'm in Central Florida and I'm repping my team. You are in South Florida. You are repping your team. Your team was actually came into being a year before my team. We're 89. You all are 88. And you all have championships and we don't.
Yeah.
We don't. So let's get to it. We're going to prove the fandom. First of all, what sports do you consistently watch?
Consistently watch basketball and football and
college or pro?
A pro, all pro. I'm a bandwagon fan when it comes to college football. I used to follow the Florida State Seminoles. I was loyal to. Yes, sir. And I loved, all of the Florida, University of Florida basketball teams. As a matter of fact, I have newspapers, articles that are framed here in my sports room at home, and Florida, University of Florida, when they went back to back. So
0607.
Yeah.
0607. Al Horford, Joakim Noah, that whole. Yeah. My daughter was actually a student at UF during that time. So it was crazy for us. It was crazy for us. So you are predominantly a pro sports guy. Now, of the major sports, what is your favorite sport?
Favorite sport to watch is basketball. Favorite sport to play is tennis, but I haven't played it in God knows when. Okay,
interesting. Yeah. So do you watch tennis as well, though? Do you keep up?
I do. I'm very interested, particularly with what our African American sisters are doing in the sport. I'm loving that. Venus and Serena actually live here in Miami. Yeah, right. So all of them, I'm just, I'm so very proud to see them all doing well. Osaka, they're just doing great.
I love it. So give me, of the major sports, your favorite teams. Favorite baseball, if you do any of baseball. Favorite basketball, we know it's the Miami Heat. Favorite football, give me your favorites.
I will once again honor my hometown team here, the Miami Heat. 2006, 2012, 2013. I started to wear my Heat championship ring, but I didn't mean to rub it into the Magic. Favorite baseball team, San Francisco Giants. My father was an avid San Francisco Giants fan. I had the opportunity to meet Willie Mays and Barry Bonds and his father, Bobby Bonds, and
Bobby.
all those guys. And my favorite football team, the Dallas Cowboys.
Oh no!
Yeah,
Oh no!
Cowboys. The
Oh
Cowboys.
no!
And they have broken my heart ever since their last Super Bowl win back in the
That
90s.
was in the '90s with Jimmy.
Yeah.
Well, and then the 1
Barry
year with Switzer.
Yeah. Yeah.
I
Hey, man, what can I tell?
Cowboys. What is it with black preachers and the Dallas Cowboys?
You know
Anyway.
what it is? I'll tell you. I'll tell you what it is.
Okay.
It's a subconscious thing. And it has to do with the tabernacle because silver is the color of redemption, and blue is the color of heaven. So we're like, hey, we're going with the guys with the star on the helmet. So,
Man,
how did that happen?
Please. How did you become a Cowboy fan? Because you are a West Coast guy, and then you moved to Miami. How did you become a Cowboys fan?
So here's the deal. Let's go into the Wayback Machine.
Okay.
1972, Cowboys played the 49ers, who at that time was my team because of my hometown team.
Okay.
And they were winning in the wild card game. No, in the NFC Championship. As a matter of fact, they started out with a bang and boom, it was Vic Washington who ran at that time, which was the longest run back kickoff return. And it was 99 yards that he ran the first play of the game. Well, San Francisco, we're looking like, we're going to the
Super
big
Bowl.
ship. Right? And man, we got to playing conservative, and the legendary Tom Landry outwitted Dick Nolan. And I remember riding a bus, the public transportation with my mother, and I'm just sick as a dog because we went to that game expecting to come out winners. So that's how that happened. So
here's the challenge. Because we've got you've got Cowboys fans chiming in on the chat. And,
yes, I love you guys.
And Minister Darrell, who is actually from Miami and was a part of our friend and brother Apostle Carlos Malone's church back in the day. He's talking about it don't matter how you became a Cowboy fan as long as you with them boys. Man, shut up. I despise the Cowboys. I want them to lose their inter-squad scrimmages.
Oh my God.
I despise them.
That's a lot of hateration. That's a lot of hateration.
I can't even say because I don't want the United States government to start watching me and following me, but I've gone as far as saying about the Cowboys, this is way back when.
Yeah.
This is during Desert Storm.
Oh, wow.
I said during Desert Storm that if the Cowboys were playing the Taliban, I won't even finish the statement. I won't even finish.
Cowboy fans, pray for this.
I won't even finish the statement. So we know my hate of the Cowboys. Is there a team, basketball, football, baseball, is there a team that you dislike, or is there a team that you despise? I know you won't get to the level that I got. But
close.
Okay.
I do not like the Oakland Raiders.
Wow.
I despise the Oakland Raiders. I have relatives back in California that are diehard Raider fans. As a matter of fact, they fly to Miami whenever they play,
Okay.
and they're the only fan base that I know that flies to see their team lose. It's just just the way it is. But because they're silver and black,
And so because they're silver and black and not silver and blue.
there you have
See,
it.
I'm thinking it's because there's this whole Bay battle, San Francisco versus Oakland, but it's deeper than that.
It's so much deeper. They were the only franchise that was able to sue the NFL and win.
And when Al Davis.
They have, and as far as I'm concerned, Oakland has the franchise had no commitment to the town that made it.
Mm-hmm.
They have only won 3 championships in their history of being a franchise. I will tell you that Dallas, we have rings on 5 fingers, and we're looking for a 6th this year.
And you've been looking for a 6 for 25 years.
We've been looking. It's kind of like Orlando Magic. They don't have one. But who's talking basketball right now?
We're not even talking basketball right now. Minister Darrell, he despises the Patriots. Jay despises the Bills. Let's get to this. Give me your favorite all-time player in football, in basketball, in baseball. Favorite all-time player.
Favorite all-time player, basketball would have to be Magic Johnson.
We finally agree on something.
Yes, Magic. Everybody talks about Mike and him having 6 rings, and Magic had 5.
Right.
But the fact of the matter is, no one could read the floor like he could read it.
Yeah.
Nobody passed like he did.
Right.
He was a rebounder. He could play the 5, the 4, or the 3 position. It didn't matter.
Didn't matter.
And so he is by all means the greatest guard to ever play the game. And that is inclusive of Michael Jordan.
Right. Right.
And so that's my favorite basketball player. Favorite baseball player of all time would have to be Willie Mays.
Okay.
He is soon to approach like 90 years old, still with us. And at one time he was chasing Babe Ruth's record. But age catches up with us all. And he was a great guy. And all-time football player would have to be Michael Irvin, the bad boy of the Cowboys. Actually,
playmaker.
He is a resident here in South Florida.
Really? I didn't know that. I thought he was still in Texas.
Yeah, he's all over the place with the NFL, but he has
the playmaker.
Yeah.
The playmaker told everybody to get vaccinated. The playmaker said, if you want to play, get vaccinated.
Get vaccinated.
Okay. Let me ask you this. What has been your happiest moment as a sports fan?
When the Lakers beat Boston in Boston. That was that bitter cup for Boston was like a delicious fruit drink. That was it, brother. That was it for
Let's
sure.
flip it. What's your worst moment, saddest moment as a sports fan?
72.
Okay.
49ers losing. That was the most miserable. But I remember riding the bus, holding on to the rail,
Okay.
and my mother said to me, she said, "It's not whether you win or lose, it's how you play the game." And I was like, that's a bunch of baloney.
Right.
The reason you play the game is
Is
because you
to
want to win.
win. You
So there you have it.
the do you have a sports fan dream that you haven't achieved yet? Or if you've achieved them all, give me one of them.
Um, I would like to go to Game 7 of the NBA Finals. I don't
Mhm.
care who's playing. I
Right.
just wanna, I just want to be there to see it happen, and to see, just to be in that atmosphere.
That atmosphere, that energy.
Yeah, it's amazing. It really is. I've been to a number of the NBA All Star games.
Hmm.
The last All Star game I was at was in it was in San Francisco. So
It's
that would
tough.
be it.
You know, it is the energy in the playoffs is totally different than the energy in the regular season, and the
Absolutely.
energy of the NBA finals is totally different than
Yeah.
anything. And the elimination game is, I mean, um, I
Yeah.
can still remember, sitting there so angry when um we, the Orlando Magic, gift wrapped it and handed Kobe his
Gave
fifth
me
time.
one.
Just
Yeah.
gift wrapped it. I'm still mad at Stan Van Gundy for
Yeah.
sitting Rafer Austin and bringing back Jameer off that injury. He just gave them the championship.
Coaches, many NBA coaches, we're not immune from that. Spolstra
Yeah,
last year, he should have not brought Dragic into that crucial game
right,
off that injury. And listen, Jimmy Butler was doing his thing, man.
right.
He was really doing his thing. The other thing that I would want to do, Derek, I tell you, because I'm born November 23rd, so
Okay.
I we had two turkeys that year. That was the one we ate, and then the one that came to dinner. But to all of my Dallas fans, I want to say this: that my dream is to go on Thanksgiving Day and to watch the Cowboys win on my birthday. Now they have wrecked so many of my birthdays,
Birthdays.
just gift wrap like
Right.
they did with Kobe. But that is one thing that I want to be able to do.
Well, our final question is this, and actually you've already proved it, but you've with the depth of information that you've been able to give, and you've proven that you're a real sports fan. But let me ask this. Give me a story that proves your fandom. You've already done it, really riding the bus in 72. But give me a story that proves you are a real sports fan. What have you done to make it to a game, or what have you done to
Lord, have mercy.
give me a story that says, yeah, Adams is a real sports fan.
That's a heck of a question. All right, so my best friend is a diehard, dyed in the wolves 49er fan,
Okay.
and his family always has season tickets. Well, this was the year that the catch was made
Okay.
with Dwight Clark,
Okay.
but this was leading up to it. And so we're in the stands, and I'm rooting for the Cowboys. I'm not afraid. I'm not afraid. I will go right into the devil's territory and root for my tickets, right? So we're sitting there, and my buddy goes, "Hey, this guy right here, he's a Cowboy." And if I tell you that the booze,
it was on.
Oh man, popcorn was flying. They don't throw beers. This was still at Candlestick Park.
Right.
They don't throw beers at the game. Them beers cost way too much
Right.
for those who drink them.
Right.
It's too much to be throwing. But I got many dirty looks. So, I'm a diehard Dallas fan, man. It is what it is.
It is what it is. And you're my friend anyway.
Absolutely. even though that shirt should say Orlando Tragic and not the
Man, please, if you love your brother, pray for me. Because if we mess up this draft, I'm going to lose my mind. If we mess up this draft, we have to. And I'm already reading stuff that's making me upset that we have 3 good point guards on the roster.
Right.
Got RJ Hampton, you got Cole Anthony. Cole Anthony is more of a, a scorer, but bring him off the bench for some instant offense. Markel's coming back off the injury. And they're talking about drafting another guard with all of the shooting that we need, with all of the rebounding, we have nobody who's over 6'7" that can make a play off the dribble and get their own bucket. And I'm like, if they don't trade this number 8 pick and get some veteran scoring, I'm going to lose my mind.
I don't want to make you feel worse because we don't have any draft picks this year. But we can, do some things in free agency. And Damian Lillard is on our hit list.
I saw that today.
We would love to have him.
And if anybody can get him, Pat can get him.
Pat can get him. Listen, Derek, when you come to Miami for a visit, I'm going to invite you down once our church opens and whatnot. But you're going to have to come down just for some rest and relaxation. And I'm going to take you to the award-winning restaurant that is just El Gabbiano is the name of it. And it is a high-end Italian restaurant. And they bring all the recruits. That's the place that they took LeBron James.
Okay.
They fed him there. And they got Allen to come as well.
Well, I appreciate the fact that I respect the fact that you are a Heat fan and not just a LeBron fan throughout those years, because I've got some friends who they don't even talk about the 2006 championship. They don't talk. And so I appreciate that. Look, man, this has been fun. This has been fun. This has been fun. You are a real sports fan. You have proven your fandom. I appreciate you all. Hey, to all of our audience, thank you for checking us out, whether you see it live or on demand.
Yeah.
And real sports fans of the Pulpit will be on for the next 7 weeks, Monday night, 8 p.m. We'll be on Facebook Live on next week. But then after that, we're going to shoot everything to YouTube. So we look forward to you meeting us there. And we'll put the link in the chat and the like.
Derek, can I give you a good plug?
Yes, sir.
I want your viewing audience to know that I anticipated this interview tonight. I felt like I was going to be on Stephen A. Smith's show. And I want to tell you, thank you so much, man, for just inviting me on. And listen, anytime you need
I appreciate it.
God bless you.
I appreciate it. Thank you so much. We'll see y'all next Monday.
God bless.